What the heck's going on with me, man? I just went boop, 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 boop,
Walter's,
That was me.
Walter's
My computer is doing really weird things.
I
I'm gonna
think
have to
that-
restart in a minute.
By the way, I think we're feeding out to the folks. I cannot see my chat anywhere.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Walter keeps popping up.
Let's yeah, let me get all my overlays. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Here's the chat. Okay. So I think you guys can see us on the chat out there. All right. So forgive us for all this craziness.
Save 20% on leaf filter this winter
crap.
for a limited time. Our patented design
Yeah,
pulls
we're
rainwater
live.
into
We're
your
doing
gutters
this.
while-
Fuck me. Come on. Stop.
We are live and we are doing this. I don't even have the right sponsor set up here. Big shout out to Harry's Holster though, but let me see. Okay. I gotta put the sponsor in here. Here we go. Boom. It's Barnaul. Yeah, Barnaul. Thank you for supporting us while we're doing all this craziness.
It's that one.
I think we're feeding out to the folks out there. I didn't get a chance to share anything, so if you guys can share it and all that, it'll be fun. Let me, we're waiting for Babyface to come back in here in a second, but let me smash the open and do this.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation. Lifestyle.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Subscribe, smash the thumbs ups, ring the bell so you can be notified when we're live. Okay, that was real loud. Okay, and of course, we are live. We are live. What's going on, Walter? We're waiting for Babyface to come back on.
Just trying. I'm tired from the weekend, man. There's a tiring weekend.
Yeah, I know. It was a rough weekend. There's Babyface.
There we
All right,
go.
yes. Listen, this is
My keyboard was
episode.
typing itself, and I don't know why. So we're good now.
Everything is crazy tonight. This is episode. I don't know what episode it is.
It's that crazy.
Oh,
that you would
yeah,
ever do
it's.
that.
Oh, what episode is it, Lola?
723.
Lola says it's 723, but
720. It says on here 724 FreeForAll Monday.
yeah, you got to change it, Lola. I put the wrong one up there, of course.
I don't
Yes.
have a way of changing it. I don't have any.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll change it. It's episode 723. Ignore the number that's on there. Free for All Monday. We've got Walter and Babyface P joining us. Somehow I'll figure out how to fix that. Dudes, what's up with you guys?
Nothing here.
Well, how was your vacay there?
Yeah, Babyface.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You get the snow and the ice?
We got a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, and a lot of cold weather. Most of the nights it got down into the 20s and was in the 50s, 40s, and 50s during the day. There was one night on the ski resort that we went to. We went to Catalucci. There was one night where that ski area got down into the teens, but we unfortunately left before we got any like good snow and stuff. So, but it was really fun. We had a good time. A lot of hiking, a lot of outdoors stuff. 2 days of snowboarding. See what else? No, I didn't find any good antiques or anything. Sometimes we come home with some cool stuff. Got a couple videos done. Got a video up today from vacation. So all in all, really good. And thank you for everybody for the happy birthday wishes. While we were in the mountains, I had no internet, so I couldn't check Facebook or any of the other places that people wish me happy birthdays. And Walter, I don't know if you told Peggy, but thank you for the card. Walter sends out a card.
Yes.
Peggy sent the card out. Peggy sent the card.
Peggy makes
Peggy
cards. And
made the
they're
card.
awesome. They're really awesome.
Yeah. By the way, it was also Walter's birthday over the weekend. I don't know if you already said that. Did you?
Was
already
it?
say
I
that?
didn't know that.
It was
Saturday.
on Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, I had no idea. I will put it in my calendar and
Yeah.
say something next year.
Yeah.
Happy
It was,
belated.
we were at the military vehicle rally. So
Yeah. Why don't you
I saw
tell
the
everyone
bomb.
how your weekend was, Walter?
um
Uh-oh.
it was busy. It was busy. We Thursday we drove up to the rally. You know, the weather down here in Florida was kind of sucky. On
Mhm.
Thursday
Yeah.
and Friday it was wet and rainy. Actually Thursday setting up it wasn't. Luckily we got all set up and then the weather took a shit. So, cold, kind of cool and damp and wet. And then for Saturday it cleared up and it was clear and it was a nice day on Saturday. There was a lot of people out. So
Yeah.
Um,
It was an awesome.
And-
It was an awesome day, actually.
where's
to
your
do tech
rocket?
stuff. My rocket is not here. My rocket is in the house at the On the hacienda.
Okay.
Were you showing off your rocket already?
Well.
Of course.
That's
yes. That means yes.
It's at the shop. It's at the shop. So
okay.
But in addition to the rocket, I bought another.
Let's see.
Another
ordinances were bought. This is a
man.
So this gets fired through a bazooka. No, not a bazooka, right?
Through the barrel on a BMP armored personnel carrier.
Oh,
okay.
That's what it looks like.
It looks like an RPG round because it's a shaped charge, but it has a charge that pushes it out of the barrel,
Weird.
and then the rocket motor lights and the fins come out and it does all that stuff.
So that's
really interesting.
Yeah, so that charge is like a bullet in the back. Can I see the back of that?
In the beginning, it does, yes, because it's got this
look,
powder
see, it looks
charge
like a bit. Yeah, it looks like a big shell casing at the back.
Yeah, it's if anybody wants to look it up, it's called the PG9. And it's fired out of the BMP, and I think they can shoulder fire it too, if I'm not mistaken. But this main purpose, the BMP, to be fired from. So
that's so cool. Do you have your? Go ahead. That's one rocket. So by the way, Patrick, it was his birthday. Guess what he bought himself?
Bought a bunch of rockets.
Rockets. He bought himself rockets.
That's a pretty good birthday.
At the same vendor at the show. We come walking up, and right away I saw that PG9 round, and I asked him, and I bought it because it's. I have another one here. I'll get it down here. This is still in the wrapper. This has got the Hank Strange situation going on here.
That one's still gonna stay.
What? Wait, I didn't even see you buy this one.
Because I bought this about 15 years ago.
Look at that.
So that's that charge. Practice charge thing. These are all inert for everybody that's watching.
Yes, and these are not firearms at all. No. This
thing snaps onto the back of the thing. I guess when they load it, they snap it on and it's ready to fire. Mm-hmm. This one I think was made and came from Czechoslovakia, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Having never sat in a tank, I can only imagine how much of a pain in the ass it is to be the gun, to be the loader, the person loading the gun.
BFP, BFP never. You're missing the. Okay, Walt. BFP never sat in a tank.
I've never been in a tank. I've been near a ferret. That's about it.
I've sat on a tank in one of the other positions, but I haven't been in a turret while it's moving.
Yeah.
But that one time that I rode in the tank in 2016 in Yorkshire at the Wartime Experience. Got reposted all over the effing world.
That's
me
cool.
riding in the tank. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah, seeing myself on the internet like that. So I bought those, and then my friend, one of my pals, shows up, and this guy also had these these rockets, these anti-tank rockets, all inert, of course, training rounds, and some T-34-85 tank rounds, and with the Projos in them and everything. So he works out a deal with them and buys them all. So there were 2 rockets and 6 tank rounds, and someone that goes by Hank Strange ended up with one of the rockets.
Yeah. Anti-tank rockets. And where's your picture, Walter?
I think it's
It's a Russian. Okay, and then he just uploaded his camera.
So while he's doing that, I can say I got a really nice birthday present from my mother, of all things.
Oh.
She quilted me, and she's finishing it this week for me to come get it. She made a quilt the size of a California king, massive quilts of all of my T-shirts from when I was a kid. So like my school shirts, like those Spirit school shirts, my a bunch of shirts from Boy Scouts, a bunch of shows that I did when I was in college. Quilted it all together into at least a California king, massive quilt. That was my big birthday present this year, which is awesome. So it's going to be living on the couch moving forward. Really cool.
Wow, cool. So there is the rocket. Okay.
That's the one that Hank took home?
Oh, there were 2 of them in the deal. I have one and Hank has one.
Okay.
These are in that shipping crate, and the wings on those rockets, the fins fold up. I personally have never seen one in this country like that in the case and everything, and really nice. Like they've never been messed with. Nobody's played with them. So they were worth the money if you're a collector type person, which I kind of am. And then the tank rounds. Hold on a second now. Just hold on just a second. Yeah.
I saw those on Instagram. Those are very interesting.
Oh, they're cool as hell because they're heavy too, just like a real round. So when you're talking about being that tank turret and loading a tank, having to manually, physically pull those out of the things and stick them in the gun and boom, all that stuff going on. Yeah, it's speak about like a crazy situation. But yeah, so that's what. Okay, and then I bought myself another Warsaw Pack style practice hand grenade, not real, just a training one. And yeah, so that's what I spent some of my hard-earned shekels on.
Yeah.
So
you guys got good Christmas presents. I like Babyface's mom. That was a lot of commitment.
It's a little dark, but I may be able to make this work.
Yeah, I don't have my phone connected. That's one of the problems.
That works.
Oh wow, look at that.
How? Wait, hold on. That's to us, but the people can't see it.
I can see it.
Walter can. Walter can.
Walter can see it. Wait, we got to figure out how to get the people to see it.
Hold on. You know what I can do? I can put it up on Instagram, or not Instagram, on Imgur real quick, and I'll share a link out to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, Richard Monder is a Sager anti-tank.
Yeah.
That's the NATO designation for it. Sager, AT3 Sager.
Yeah.
The AT3 is more common of a name, right? Like people know AT3 more.
Well, there's a
the AT3 is that rocket fire one that.
We have an AT thing that we have in our arsenal. Was that AT4?
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. The AT4 is what I'm used to.
This one here is I guess first came out like in '63, and it's still in use all over the world. So, yeah.
Yeah. So by the way, if you folks are out there, smash the thumbs ups and all that. We really appreciate that. I know everything's going crazy today for the Free for All Monday. You guys will never guess where I am. I'm in the parking lot of a flip zone.
Of a what?
Oh, so you're not far. Okay. You know what's funny is I was trying to convince Marla to get Chinese food from that the Chinese place next to there because it's really good.
This is right off the highway on I-75 for anyone who wants to know.
So you're at the other one.
I'm at the other one.
Exactly where you are.
Yeah, you have a flip zone over by your place.
Yes.
Yeah, but I have a flip zone here.
Listen,
flip zone.
If you want to poop your pants, there is a Taco Bell there. And I do love me some Taco Bell.
Yes, there's a Taco Bell right over here. So if anyone is in Gainesville, please don't roll up on me right now. Yeah, don't show up on me right now.
A flip zone is like a trampoline bounce house.
Okay. I was gonna. Okay.
Yeah, it's the name of the local trampoline bounce house.
It's for adults and everybody else too.
Yep.
Not just
kids. A lot of kids. Yeah, a lot of people go over there, and then you can get in like those squirrel suits and do all kinds of stuff, and you can have the sensation like you're Superman and you're flying around, and you're doing stuff. Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing. So
we used to have a trampoline in our backyard actually for a while.
Yeah,
they're dangerous as hell too. By the way, you can bounce right off the trampoline, or if you're not careful.
These things happen.
It happens. Yeah. Right.
So because I'm over here. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So let me just say this. First of all, about so I'm doing everything from the van, and Babyface knows a little bit of this. I think Walter does too. So we're doing everything from the van, and we're moving out from the office / studio space, which Lola and I were doing earlier today. We got a U-Haul. We went there. We moved most things out. I think the internet box is still over there. That's the only thing. Cleaned it up. Everything. All that stuff is moved. But I bought a phone because I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be on the road now. I'm going to get a cell phone, and that's going to be my internet access. So I got a Verizon phone, because it was better. Babyface keyed me into that. He was like, oh, Verizon works better. So it does work better, and I was using that. But guess what, guys? I forgot this one little tidbit about the Verizon phones.
They have data cap limits.
Yeah, they have a limit. So
And you shot your wad the first day, right?
Within
Yeah,
the first week,
yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah. Your microphone's a little loud, Walter. But yeah, so used up all the internet in the last 2 or 3 shows, right, Lola?
In 2 days.
2 days, Lola said. I burned through all of that. So then AT&T basically chops the legs and the arms off of the phone.
You mean Verizon?
Oh, Verizon, yeah. So that's limited. So now we're trying to figure out, like, okay, what
It
now?
was 30 gigabytes.
30 gigabytes we burned through 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah. You're a little too quiet now. A little too quiet.
Back it up a little bit there. We're at 6
Just a little
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So yeah, burned right through that. And so we've got to move out of that place on Sunday. So the backup plan is to use Babyface P's place as an internet
No.
hosting site,
Ugh.
which we haven't done because guess what? Here's the funny thing. So now we're trying to move the internet from there over to Babyface's place, but guess what? The internet people don't want us to call them for an appointment. We got to sit around and wait for them to call us.
Oh
not-
yeah, they must not care a whole lot.
Yeah, we are not allowed to call.
So
Lola-
you're in holding pattern.
Yeah, we're in a holding pattern because Lola was trying to call them to find out if they, like when they can move it over to your place. They're like, yeah, you don't call us, we call you. So you wait around and we will call you and let you know when we have appointments. So that's all happening. So yeah, basically here's what I am now using Lola's phone to broadcast
We're
this.
gonna burn up all her.
Oh, so you're burning up her data right now.
Yes. And guess what I did? I made Lola switch her phone from AT&T to Verizon.
Oh God.
So
Let's hope we don't hit our data cap in the next hour and a half, because then you go to like 500 kilobytes or something crazy.
yeah, we will have to. If that happens, I will literally have to buy a phone for every day of the week that we do this show.
Oh my God.
So I hope not. I hope that doesn't happen.
We have some backup plans. Just
Yeah.
You don't like them, but we have them.
Yeah, we're working on it. So bear with us. Growing pains for all the awesomeness going on here. It's gonna be real ghetto. Me backing up to Babyface's place, and dragging a line outside.
Ghetto.
Yeah, tripping the neighbors' dogs as they walk, as the neighbors take their dog for a walk down the street. They'll be tripping over the internet cable or something.
I'll put some peanut butter on the line. Let the squirrel eat through it or something.
Oh yeah, squirrel chew right through it.
Oh boy, yeah, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. So yeah, that's what's all going on here with us. Let me see. So we got some comments. Let's see. I'll throw this one up on the screen. Stanley Walnuts says, I use my phone as little as possible. My wife is never off the dang thing. I hate cell phones. So that's from Stanley Walnuts.
This weekend I didn't have a whole lot of cell phone messing with, and I don't miss it one bit.
You know the greatest thing about going to my grandparents' vacation home in the mountains?
Mm-hmm.
No internet, no cell service. And during this on season when they're there for like 3 or 4 months, they do have satellite TV, but while we were there, no TV, no nothing. So you're back to the days where we cooked dinner. So I went with Marley and I went, and then my parents joined us.
Okay.
You cook dinner, you sit down at the table, and you talk for 2 hours. You
You can
enjoy
play
each
games
other's
too and
company.
stuff.
You play games, we do puzzles, stuff like that, instead of all of us being on our phones.
And then you go make babies.
It's,
Boom.
it's wonderful. Being in the mountains is wonderful.
That's with some babies.
If we have an announcement in the next couple months, you
Yeah,
guys will
that's
know
what-
why.
That's what I was about to say. Wait a second.
Well, I mean, look, military vehicle rally, and you go, you have some fun, you have some drinks, you do some shots, and you climb back in the back of Pinsgauer, and you.
That's right.
Yeah.
You never know. You gotta do what you gotta do.
So yeah, let's see. So Babyface, you guys. So do you guys go away every year at the same time for your birthday, or?
So we're
what's the
actually
deal?
talking about making that a thing. We went last time we went up there, we went in August of last year to escape the COVID crazy, which was really nice because people in Western North Carolina do not give a rat's ass about COVID.
Oh, and I tell you what, up in North Florida and in the countryside, they don't give a F either.
Oh, it's wonderful. You walk around,
nice.
nobody looks twice at you. Oh,
it's great.
The COVID restrictions, man, it's no good.
Stupid.
Yeah, and a lot of businesses are suffering for that. But yeah, go ahead, Patrick.
But no, it's wonderful to escape when you work behind a computer all day, every day. It is so nice to escape out to the wilderness where nobody can get a hold of you, and I can just go hiking and shooting on my property. And I want to go back.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It was nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have have a nice little change of scene. I was enjoying hanging out with Walter and his whole Camp Flamingo crew. If there's any Camp Flamingo people out there actually watching this podcast, you're all bastards. I just said it. I was promised eggs. I never got eggs.
You got eggs one
No,
time.
I got eggs one time. I did get eggs.
I didn't get none that day either, so don't feel bad. You know?
No, it was actually cool. The reason why I was asking you, Patrick, it would be fun for you to come out there sometime and do that.
The military vehicle rally?
Yeah, but if it happens on your birthday, I'm not sure how we can make
stuff
it.
Instead, because let me see. Thursday night we set up, and it wasn't real crazy. Friday night was the shots and beer and shots and more shots. And
where do you guys go?
Oh, we're in our camp.
They bring.
Oh, you have a camp, like a hunting camp sort of thing.
Well, that shelter I said that time you were here did I say I have a shelter set up in the backyard?
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
Yes.
I think so.
Well, we set that up, and it's all full of Christmas lights inside, and there's a bar, and
this sounds incredible.
It's a lot of work, actually.
Oh, I'm sure. Where is this held every year?
Well, this year the rally was in Green Cove Springs.
I've never heard of
it.
It's about an hour and a
Augustine.
half from us, Patrick. If you look it up, Green Cove Springs. Yeah.
It's six hours in the Pinzgauer at 45.
Oh God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, it's up near Jacksonville. Okay, it looks nice though. It's nice on the St. Johns River.
Yeah. No, it's a nice part of the state. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the past, it's been in Mount Dora.
That's not far either.
No, that's better for us. But the COVID thing kind of screwed that all up for some reason.
Did they have to find a new area or something?
Well, a couple things have happened. The MVPA, the National Club, Military Vehicle Preservation Association, lost their insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So before, all these events were covered under the MVPA insurance. Well, there was a couple incidents, one involving a gun and somebody getting shot, and in a parking lot of an event. And
that's how.
And then there was there was a crash. Okay, there was actual physical vehicle crash. They've had these convoys across the country, and there was an actual auto accident, which that's why you have insurance, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's amazing that they will sit and take your money for the last 30 or 40 years, but the second
cancel
you actually need them, they just cancel.
They throw you.
You're canceled.
Well, it's a good hands, people.
Yeah.
But so there's been some issues with insurance, and the rally didn't almost happen because they had a hard time getting insurance. And it's in this world we live in now. If you have anything to do with anything that's manly, it's not good. So
it's evil.
Yes. But it went off. It went off all right. Lots of tanks, lots of people. It was a good crowd. Even on Sunday, there was a good crowd.
Nice.
A lot of times at the rally on Sunday in Mount Dora, it's pretty quiet. But so yeah, we usually set up our whole camp thing. There's some people camp in the campsite. Some people stay in hotel rooms. We have people come in from other parts of the event because they know about Camp Flamingo, and there's always an adult beverage in Camp Flamingo.
Oh yeah.
So
people come looking for these guys, so they could party. Baby
you guys are well known. That's awesome.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you this story. There was a guy. I don't know if I could say who the guy is.
Hold on. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but basically,
I don't know who it is either.
So like on I went up there Friday, right, Walter?
Yes.
Yeah. So Friday night I went to sleep. They were still up partying apparently.
Oh, we were up till 12:30 Friday night.
Yeah, they were up partying. So I woke up
I was
early.
liquored up a little bit, but I
Yeah.
wasn't the worst one. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So I woke up early because Walter was like, "Oh, we'll be up, breakfast, everything will be
Oh
ready."
no,
at
that
8
was
o'clock."
Friday night. That was Friday night. Okay, it's Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night was party night. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so he's up like at 7 in the campsite sitting around.
Yeah. I'm like,
We-
"Where's the breakfast?"
Yeah, where's breakfast, bitch? Me and Peggy were here. We heard you out there.
Everybody
So,
was sleeping, but this dude comes over.
Oh,
he's like-
and he's look.
He's like, "Where are they? Where's everyone?" He came over to continue the party, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, they either all got kidnapped by aliens, or everyone's sleeping because I'm here by myself." And he was like, "Oh,
No,
okay."
it was. I got up short. I was like that morning. I woke up. I opened my eyes. My head was fine. I wasn't like hungover. Got up, cooked some breakfast. You know.
Mhm.
Then once everybody starts to smell the bacon, everybody starts to get up.
Oh, everybody wakes up to bacon.
Yeah.
Those are the best Saturday mornings in Boy Scouts where you wake up from a tent and somebody's cooking bacon. That is the best damn smell. Outdoors and bacon.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody, by the way, is giving you guys birthday shout outs.
Oh, thank you kindly.
So thanks to everyone giving them birthday shout outs. Brasscast Catcher says missed you guys. So let's see. Richard Monder says, Babyface P, have you seen the price for the MP5 from Century? What is it?
Insane.
What's the
$3
price?
grand.
Have they actually published it? It's $3,000.
$3 grand for one.
Oh,
And it's
geez.
the same MKE that you could have gotten 2
Wow.
years ago for
1500.
what?
Wow.
15, 17?
Yeah, depending on who had it. Yeah.
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 So did you after you started cooking bacon, did you still feel all right? Did the hangover
Oh
hit
yeah, I was
later?
fine. I was
Oh,
fine.
nice. Okay.
But you know what? You know what I did? You know what I did before I went to hit the rack? I cracked open a Red Bull. I hit that Red Bull, and I've done it before, and it puts that caffeine and all that stuff in
That's
your
apparently
in your system.
Walter's magic bullet.
And I had some regular old Diet Coke or something like that, you know. And
no more Coke for you, by the way.
no more Coke.
Oh, Walter hasn't heard. You're too white for Coca-Cola now.
What?
We'll talk about it later. If nobody has
I
heard
know-
this
Oh,
yet, I'm
boy.
going to bring this up, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Someone
yeah, and I
else
woke
has to
up,
get
I was just
canceled.
fine, man.
So
Yeah.
so that's your hangover cure is a spot of Red Bull and a Diet Coke, and you're set
Well,
for the next morning.
Mhm.
The reason I come to this conclusion is a couple years, in 2016, when we were over in England at the wartime and the thing we went to, the event we went up in Yorkshire, we were in the beer tent, and we closed the beer tent, and
Mhm.
I was liquored up. I was stumbling back, but all of us were, all the guys, they were all liquored up, and but before I did that, we were doing vodka and Red Bull, and same thing. I woke up that next morning. I opened my eyes. I said, "This is going to be bad." I opened my eyes. And it's like, "Oh, let's get up, make some bacon." So,
Yeah.
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 I think it helps just putting for myself the caffeine and stuff back into
Yeah. Everyone has a different thing that works for them. Smash those thumbs ups out there, by the way. Share this if you can. I didn't get a chance to share anything. This is kind of crazy. I didn't want to miss Free-for-All Monday. I'll be better organized tomorrow. I'm doing all of this from a MacBook Air. This is one of the problems.
Tethered to a phone.
Is that the one you wanted to sell me?
The MacBook Air? No. I'm probably going to sell my Mac Mini. I need to sell my Mac Mini. I've got a 2020 Mac Mini, but I'm using a MacBook Air because that whole setup, and I'll make a video where you guys will see, but Babyface and I put together a whole table thing in here. It was too much. Lola said it had to go. Too big.
You know you can just
Selling their
you
white
can just take
employees
it off
are-
and like put it somewhere. Like it doesn't have to stay there.
Yeah, it was too much to take off and do. So anyway, so that's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's gone. Now it's a MacBook Air, but guess what's the problem with MacBook Airs? You can't plug anything into it. It's got two freaking
You
USB-C
didn't even
ports.
think about that. They are USB-C. You need a dongle. You need a adapter.
So I have
I
these.
have one, by the way.
Well, I have little ones. These little ones don't do anything. I guess you have to get the ones that are powered up. because I have two little ones, but everything can't plug in here. So I need a big box that's got its own power or something to. Yeah. So it's gonna be a little crazy around here for a while. We're gonna have issues. Yeah. Listen, this is how it rolls. I tell you, I am literally behind. Right now, I'm literally behind a Yokiero Taco Bell.
Well, then order some, biatch.
I know. Go get you a couple tacos.
Yeah, Lola, can you get me some tacos? I don't know. I don't think she's gonna be.
I'm not even gonna go for that. Yeah. Hey, also, Patrick, another thing too at this rally, I saw something I've never seen flying in the U.S. of A., and that's a Mi-17 Russian helicopter.
Yeah.
What?
Now let me just. I'm not a conspiratorialist.
I don't know if you're supposed to disclose state secrets.
Yeah, it was doing touch and goes, and it was flying on Friday. It was flying on Thursday when we were setting up, and he flew a good portion of Friday in the rain and stuff. And I mean, that was a lot of fuel that guy was using.
This is not part of the vehicle rally. This was
no. Where the rally at is on a former World War II Air Force base.
Yeah,
or maybe it was Army Air Corps. I don't know. So there's one active runway still, and all the other runways are closed, and they use them for different things. They actually I think they had Volkswagen stored out there during that whole diesel buyback thing with the diesel. But this helicopter's flying, doing touch and goes and flying around and doing big circles and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, and that's not. It doesn't look like an old beat up helicopter. And by the way, it was painted desert camouflage. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking across the runway, and there's some really nice look like recently constructed hangars over there. So we got the chance later on to ride around the backside of the airport. There's a road that goes back there. Went out there in the vehicles and stuff, and not a mark on these buildings. No corporate names, no something so and so training facility or anything like that. And I'm thinking, something tells me that I'm paying for that.
That place is nice, Patrick. You missed this. You would have.
And they didn't leave. They didn't leave that helicopter out in the runway either at night. That helicopter got brought into the hangar.
If you see some kind of mission goes down in a country that uses Russian helicopters.
Well, I'm saying they're training people out there. So, and the Americans did buy Russian helicopters for the Afghanis.
Yeah. Let me get this super chat up here. N202 he. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Oh, is it? N20?
Yes, I'm talking to him.
Oh, you're talking to him. Gave us a super chat.
N202HE, so...
Yeah. Oh, we got... Oh, yeah. Of course this is Mark. Let me read this. It says, Babyface, let's work out a trade for that Harrods. Oh, boy. Here we go. Babyface.
You got... Hold on, let me see.
It's on you right now.
You got a lot going in right here, because this is my favorite everyday wear.
He ain't giving that up.
Yeah, this is his baby right here.
No,
this is the baby of the baby. Oh, so you're not? So what? You just teasing him with it? Is that?
Hell yeah!
Okay, what will you trade it for?
Oh, there ain't no trade. Oh.
How about a scar?
How about a scar? It's exuberant.
How about what if he had a scar?
A scar? This is like a $6,000 watch. I'm not trading it for a $3,000 scar.
Okay, all right. What if he had what? You need a scar and something else? You need a scar and some other.
It ain't happening.
And an Mi-17 attack helicopter.
Oh, attack helicopter.
Fun.
Well, those aren't attack. Those are transport helicopters.
Right. Yeah, we've got to
let me go get my watch. Hang on, just a second. I wore it all weekend.
Mark says, "What about ammo?"
Yeah, I don't know. Right now the ammo's
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna go for ammo when he could sneak up to my place and get ammo all the time.
And just steal a crate.
Yeah. Let's see. B-Tamp says, I'm thinking about selling my LWRC Reaper and 1,000 rounds 308 to go with it.
You can make a pretty penny on that right now. I'm just saying. Especially if you paid a good price, you could make a pretty penny on all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but if you got if you got extra stuff sitting around, now is the time to sell. Right now is a seller's market.
Yeah, there's people are pretty much buying everything now. Okay, Walter's showing off now. Here we go. Walter's showing off.
So I can kind of match that. I don't wear this one much anymore.
Yeah, I wore this all weekend at the rally.
Walter's got the
Wait, it's upside.
Rolex. Okay, look at these guys. These are ballers right here.
Oh, it's upside down.
It's a Tudor.
This is the Tudor Snowflake that I have that got me on the Tudor wagon.
Which has a Rolex band. Is that why you're showing this off?
Yeah, so this is all... Ooh, let's see if it'll focus.
Can we even see it here? I don't know.
There you go. It's all Rolex. It's back in the 70s when they were all completely Rolex marks.
The band is Rolex, sir. The band is Rolex. Walter's
and the case.
Okay, and the case too?
You can see the case. Yep, same thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is Walter, yours is from the 90s, you said?
No, this I bought in
that was
Obama.
Yeah, that was Obama.
This is Obama money.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boy, you guys.
Yeah, so this is the... I don't wear this thing hardly anymore.
Since everyone is showing their watches, I'm going to show my watch that I'm wearing, just for the credit, and that's a geared hardware. I don't know if you guys could even see that.
You are... Oh, you're on a different camera than us.
I'm
looking down at
you. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me see. You're looking at this camera here. Let me switch it up. Okay, this is a geared hardware right here. You could get this for about $250. You know, very nice. Very
Walter
nice.
and I see the upper one. The audience sees the lower camera.
Yeah, I'm switching. I'm using right now the camera off the MacBook Air.
I was wondering. It looks good. I just looked at the stream. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Rolex makes Tudor. Yes, Rolex does. Tudor is a sister company of Rolex.
That's from
back in the day. These used to be way back in the day. Rolex was an affordable brand where a working man could get himself a nice watch. Then they kind of went crazy. They're no longer affordable. Tudor to me is the new working man's watch. They're expensive, but you can still put one away, and you feel like you've made it in the world when you get yourself a Tudor.
A lot of guys in the service used to get Rolexes also back in the day.
They did.
Get them overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get them tax free too. But they were good.
I mean, I know guys. I forgot who it was that was telling me he got one when he was in the service, and then he said he threw it in the garbage. That's crazy.
I've heard some stories about some people buying some of those Rolexes like back in the 60s and stuff when they were like in Vietnam and stuff like that. And some of those watches, this guy, he never used it. He never used it. It was like all original, I guess, in the box or something. And then when they finally got it out and found out how much it was worth, he about passed out.
I think we all saw that video. Wasn't that guy faking that video? I know that was on one of those TV shows where they value your stuff. Right? He was like on one of those. It was caught on camera or something like that.
Was he faking? I don't know if he was faking.
Well, I don't know. I mean, because
I just saw the story and I was like, "Holy cow, it's worth that much."
That whole story kind of went viral. It was the guy that got it back in Vietnam era, and I think it was like one of those.
It was a Pepsi, wasn't it? It was a blue and red.
No, I think
GMT.
I think it was a Daytona.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. I think it was a Daytona.
Yeah.
Daytonas, those 60s and 70s Daytonas bring in crazy money. Crazy money.
Last time I was over in England, we went and visited someone that I met that used to come here to Florida in winter, and he hasn't been since COVID. But he was telling me how much my watch is worth now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, because it's got the they don't make it anymore, that with the thick crystal and the all this other stuff, and I'm like, really? I'm like,
the market on Rolex in the last, I'd say, 15 years has just way through the roof.
And my friend that was with us is going, sell it, Walter, sell it, get a tank, sell it, get a tank. It's not worth how much the tank is worth, but obviously, it's
you can make you make your money back on it for sure.
Oh, this is yeah. Just say yes. Just say yes. That was a worthy $5,000 that I spent.
Yeah, listen, you can't give up that watch, Walter.
I'm not getting rid of my Rolex. No fucking way, man.
One of these days, man, you'll be hanging around the country club or something like that, and
by the way, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah, you'll run into Obama or something like that, before he goes out for a round of golf or something. And you could tell him, my Rolex here, that's all Obama money, baby.
Prices are up on this thing. It looks like I paid. I'm not trying to flaunt on anybody. I paid right at like $5,000 for this. It looks like it's 1,500 above that right now.
Is that your reward to yourself for being a YouTube impresario or something?
So I wanted to buy. I almost bought myself a Rolex. I was gonna buy myself a Rolex because I just wanted it. I just wanted it. It was one of those things. I just wanted it. I wanted to have it. And Marley. Then I got into this mindset of, well, instead of that, let's buy a machine gun. Let me go buy an Uzi because that's $10,000. I could probably, buy an Uzi. Marley's like, one day we were driving in the car and she's like, why don't you just go buy the Rolex? I'm like, what? She's like, don't buy a machine gun, buy a watch. And I was like, are you sure? Because I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna go buy a Rolex.
Wait,
like,
she talked you out of the machine gun.
Out of the machine gun to get the Rolex.
Yeah.
Looked around, prices were too high. I didn't want to spend as much as people were asking because I was looking at $3,000 to $5,000.
Can you imagine how much that machine gun would have gone up now?
I don't know.
No.
They wanted 10, and 10 is for an Uzi. It's an Uzi. But anyways,
if it was a micro Uzi would have been.
Uzi
would have been amazing.
Did a lot of looking around, and then I found this one and looked at it for a couple months, 3 or 4 months, and finally Marley was like, just go buy it, just go get it. And I ordered it.
Yeah.
And I have not been disappointed with it.
Yeah.
I mean, in the chat, Lynn Hole was talking about a Casio you got in 2006 and the battery just died recently. I had a Casio G-Shock that I wore till all the plastic stuff all around it all came off. The band was falling apart, and that freaking thing was still running. So
if I needed a hard use watch that I could depend on, I probably wouldn't wear something like this. One, it's heavy. Two, you have a crystal that can break. The Casio G-Shocks are hard use watches.
Yeah.
Shit.
My dad got electrocuted with a G-Shock on.
It still kept going.
And it stopped for a while, then it came back to life.
Yeah, they're hard use watches.
So basically the G-Shock took a rest. It was like, hold on a second. Wait.
Yeah, and then came back.
Give me a couple of days, bro. And it's still out there kicking butt.
LV Louis Cypher says I would have bought the Uzi. For whatever reason, she was like, I don't want you buying a machine gun. I was like, it's a good investment. It's going to go up in time.
Yeah.
I mean, Kathy Music Lover said $5,000 for a watch. Ooh, she did.
Yeah.
I
mean, I bought that Omega. I bought the Omega Apollo 13 watch.
I love that watch. The Snoopy watch, right?
No. The one before that.
Oh, the one before
Apollo, not Apollo 13, but
Apollo 11?
Yeah, the commemorative watch.
Yeah.
And I was a complete. I had no idea I was going to buy it. We were in the store. Peggy was there for something else, and I saw the Omega watch, and I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
And that's a good buy too. I mean,
if you watches to me are watches, guns, things like that. If you buy it at the right price, you'll never lose money.
Right.
For me, I don't plan on ever selling my Tudor. I like it too much, so it's not worth anything. It's only worth whatever you'll sell it for, and I'm never going to sell it. So it's worth nothing to me. It's worth me wearing every day. But if I ever had to get some cash back out of it, I could easily get what I have in it, plus maybe a little bit more. So that's the same with guns. You buy a gun at a good price, and you're never going to lose. You're never going to lose.
But also there's some guns you're never going to sell. I'll never sell my MP5.
Yeah, I'm never going to sell that. It's never going
anywhere. That's the Hank, so that's not going anywhere.
I do have I paid a whole bunch of money for my my revolver, my Colt Python, and I'm never selling that thing. That thing's never getting sold. So
let's see, we got some comments here. Like LV Louis Cypher said he would have bought the Uzi.
Do the buys. Oh my God, it's watch night on the show.
Yeah. Stanley Walnut says nothing fancy. Pimps the G-Shocks hard. N202. He says love that watch.
I have a couple of.
It's on my list.
I have a couple of G-Shocks still.
Yeah.
For N202, I know who that is. We know who that is. It's a better deal. So I was impatient. I didn't want to pay because you can get a better deal if you put in your name and wait for a year or a year and a half or whatever, and then Harrods calls you and then you have to go to London to get it. If you can wait the year or year and a half and make a trip out of it to London, you can get a good deal on these things. Go for like 3,500 or 4,000. And get a nice vacation out of it. Go to London, have a fun time, pick up your watch. Like, that would be really worth it. I was just impatient, and I didn't want to have to fly. It was right before COVID, I think. I didn't want to have to go to London. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to London.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think, and by the way, people saying we could be showing off watches.
That's the only two I have sitting in front of me.
I don't know if the watch collections of people are that deep. I definitely, this is what I'm wearing today. This is actually a pretty tough watch. It's quartz. I got no problems with it. It's kind of an homage to a Panerai, right there. It's a pretty tough watch, keeps time and all that kind of stuff. I'm wearing it because we were moving. If people look at the videos of us shooting guns, you probably see me wearing this for, I don't know, like 6, 8 months or 9 months, something like that. Just testing. It's pretty tough watch. You can beat it up.
I usually wear this one. I don't feel bad wearing this out. If I really think we're going to be doing some hard use, I have a Hamilton khaki. I think it's a Hamilton khaki, the automatic that I wear, because that one's a little bit. It's not as expensive. It's a good knock around that I don't feel. If I broke it, I would feel too bad. Where this, if I broke it, I would be really mad at myself.
Walter rocks that Rolex all the time. He was rocking that thing.
Well, I mean, I had it on all weekend up there, and
it's made to be worn. Watches are made to be worn. They're not made to be looked at.
It's a working watch, yeah. Sports.
Yeah.
Tough watch. So let's see here. Also, so Walter,
yes, sir.
Kind of like lent me a jacket that now I gotta have.
Okay, Hank Street shows up. He knows it's gonna be kind of cold.
And don't bring it either.
And homie don't bring no jacket.
Oh God.
So there he is. There's the port.
I didn't know it was going to be that cold. We are in a place called Florida.
So what does his pal do? My pal lends him his British camo DPM pattern field jacket, and happened to have a nice
it felt very British.
Shamag or whatever the hell they call those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pre-positioned it. He wrapped it around his neck. He looked real regal. And he stayed warm.
Yeah, if you look at Stranger Palooza, I did put up a video of not us, but the guys taking tanks off of the trailers. I'm gonna do some more videos, so you'll see me rocking that in those videos when they go up. We did some cool videos out there.
I did get one other birthday present, and I'm gonna ask advice from the audience to see what I should spend it on. I was given a gift card to Lowe's. A decently nice one, pretty large size of Lowe's money. That is designated for a smoker. I need a new smoker to make delicious meats. I'm thinking pellet. If anybody out there cooks meats a lot, I'm thinking pellet and either propane or electric. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully we got somebody out there that's into
with Lowe's. You got Lowe's bucks.
I got Lowe's bucks to spend on a new smoke.
So it has to be from Lowe's.
I have no advice for you, none whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have one of the El Cheapo like $60 bullet ones, and it works fine. It's just not as nice, but I think it's time to get something a little nicer, maybe a pellet smoker.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, people are trying to keep us on the watch topic, but we probably need to go over to some.
So Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Okay. What's the Coca-Cola thing? Let's do.
You guys haven't heard the Coca-Cola news from today. Everybody's been too busy.
And I can't run anything in because it's too crazy. So go ahead. Tell us the
Coca-Cola. Let me pull up the Coke news. First off, I do think it's funny that this is massive news, and when you Google Coke, it's not in the first stories. On Google, when you Google Coke, the #1 story is from Business Insider from 2 days ago about how Trump's DC hotel had to go about the certain way to give him a Diet Coke. Because it has to be about Trump, right? Yeah.
Why are they still on Trump, man? They got to get off Trump.
If you go to the first off, they're feeding you news that they want to feed you, not that you want to find.
Yes, right. Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola faces backlash because in their workplace inclusion trainings that they're doing, they have a whole section on how to be less white. let that all sink in. How to be less white.
That is so amusing. What?
So So there are.
What are the? Tell us how many. First of all, how many things are there? Is there 5 things?
So,
or 10
you guys
things?
want to hear what white people do?
Yes,
this is what us white
we
people
all
do.
want to hear how to be less white, babyface.
You gotta be less. Gotta be
let's
less
hear
oppressive.
This. Let's hear this.
You gotta be less oppressive. You gotta be less arrogant. You have to be less certain of things. You can't be certain of things. You gotta be less defensive. Much more less ignorant. Can't be as ignorant. You need to be more humble. You need to listen and believe. You need a break with apathy, and you need a break with white solidarity. That is straight from their training documentation.
What?
Can you imagine if I said that to
So the
What
things
if
people
some-
were putting
what-
out there,
what
Candace
if
Owens tweeted.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Candace Owens tweeted, imagine if Coca-Cola put out a thing saying how to be less black. Could you imagine the world would explode?
how to succeed in the Coca-Cola corporate structure?
Yeah, how to be
Hey,
less black, how to be less Latino, how to be.
Could you imagine?
What?
Man.
Look. You know,
That's crazy.
come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
don't know. I don't know what they think they're
This
getting
is what's
themselves,
wrong.
but-
This is what's wrong with the world, and definitely wrong with corporate America. And it's getting pretty bad. Look, I was looking. I didn't look at the whole thing, but I looked at Gina Carano on Ben. What's his name? Ben. What's his name?
Shapiro?
Yeah, Ben Shapiro. She was actually on Ben Shapiro in an interview. She was saying that Disney was bullying her and all that kind of stuff.
They were looking for a reason to get rid of her because
Absolutely.
when it happened, some of the people at Disney said we were looking for a reason.
Absolutely.
And they try to get her to like they made her. They
Sign
try
a
to make,
confession or something.
No, they try to make her jump through all these hoops and sign like an apology letter and everything. Which she's like, okay, I'll put up my own thing. Which she did that. Then they were like, well, we want you to get on this call with 40, transgender people. She was like,
why?
What is that about? Like, I'm supposed to jump on a call with all these people? Like, how is that fair? What are they gonna do? Does it,
Listen,
Well,
you pick up the phone, you go, listen, I'm sorry for the mental illness, but there are psychologists for that. And then you hang
She's
up.
not from a. I got news for you. Fighters are not in this forgiving environment.
No,
They're not
by
in
the
this.
way.
You know that what they forgive with is their uppercut.
She got a little thicker after fighting, but have you guys seen the pictures of her weigh-ins?
Oh,
she
was
was cut.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you complaining about her thickness? Cause,
No.
Gina
I'm just saying
thickness, she's thick in all the right places, sir.
she was cut when she was in her.
She was
fighting.
thin.
She was.
Oh, she was cut.
Yeah, when she was younger.
Why?
When she was younger, she was skinny. Okay.
Here,
for sure.
Here we go. Here, Disney. You have this formula. You have a show that's more popular than Star Wars.
I'm over that show. I'm over Disney.
No, but what do these corporate people do all the time? Let's turn the main character into a female from a male.
Yes.
Let's make everybody
Did you guys?
lesbians in it. You know, it's like.
Did
come
you
on.
see the? Was it Mary Queen of Scots? The BBC is doing a documentary, a dramatization of her life or something like that. I think it was Mary Queen of Scots. It may have been another British queen. They hired a black actress to play the white lady. They hired a black woman to play the white lady.
That's not history.
Yeah, a lot of nonsense. Is
whether
going
you
on.
like it or
Rodney
not,
Brady
it's
says
not
this.
history.
I'm gonna put this up there. He says Gina is an idiot. She was warned many of times. Now her ego effed up a good Star Wars storyline. Okay, let me say this to
You gotta.
Let me just say this in response to that. And by the way, when I got back from our camping thing, I actually called up Disney, canceled my my Disney Plus account, and made them refund my money. And I'll tell you something. I don't agree with what you're saying, because how come she's not allowed to have an opinion as a human being, as a person, and other people are allowed to have opinions? And when does the corporation get to choose which opinions are right? How can the corporation say, like, this is, you these people over here can say whatever they want. Anyone else, no, you'll get in trouble if you say something. That's crazy.
All these other leftist actors always sprouting their stuff about Trump, cutting his head off, doing all this stuff, going after his kids.
But what did she do? She put beep bop boop on her thing. So what? What is
So
that?
what?
You know, that doesn't rise to the level. So now you can't put that on the thing. And if people stand behind that, those same people they're gonna use those things to tear you down. And then and then because she made a post talking about what these guys are doing is like what the Nazis did. Okay, that's factual.
Yeah, pretty true.
Yeah. So now you can't put sounds. You can't put boop bop beep.
It's proof positive
yabba
when they got
dabba
rid
doo.
of her.
Yeah. If I go put on my Twitter thing, yabba dabba doo, someone's gonna come. Oh, you're misappropriating our thing now because you said yabba dabba doo. That's crazy.
Who?
That's crazy.
I'm confused. Who's in charge of Bebop Boop or whatever the hell that is?
So basically, she's saying that she put it up on her Twitter profile. She put up beep bop boop because people were saying all these things about what she said. So she just put beep bop boop, like trying to say, But then now transgenders apparently have claimed beep bop boop.
What?
Is that like code
yeah,
word
we had this conversation already. Transgender people have claimed beep bop boop. So now no one is allowed to say beep bop boop. That's crazy talk. Anyone who believes that, anyone who believes that you can't post those things up there, that's insanity. That's insanity. I hope they get sued behind that.
Well,
supposedly. I know that Rodney Brady's saying that Disney warned the actors, you can't get into this, but all those other actors get into politics,
What
sir.
the hell does Beep Bop Boop
All
have
those
to do
other
with
what the fuck? Over?
That was one of the things they were mad at, and then the other
What
thing
is the code for that? What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
How should I know? It doesn't even matter. It's insanity. Then the other thing that she got in trouble is because she said that what people are doing to her is basically like what the Nazis did. And that the Nazis went after freedom of speech as well. Well, yes, that's factual. So I don't see what's the problem with that. And to answer to Rodney Brady what he's saying, it's not true. All those other Disney people get into politics and say all kinds of stuff and put their things out there. So
supposedly they were going after the main character in that, the guy that plays the Mandalorian. They were giving him a hard time too about stuff. Because he's not a kowtower either, so he's not.
Is he
no,
not?
the guy who plays the Mandalorian is literally that guy's literally a socialist, so that's not true. That guy is literally a socialist. That guy is a socialist, really? And he puts a lot of political things out there.
I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna see if I can find
says a lot of stuff you would not agree with, Walter.
Pedro Pascal.
And I've looked past that. I've looked past Pedro Pascal and his straight up like communism, socialism type of thing and putting stuff out there, and I still enjoyed the show. So other people could look past Gina Carano putting up beep bop boop.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, well then, this is what I'm saying. We have to stop supporting that kind of nonsense. When I called them up to cancel, the person I was talking to was like, "Well, they're asking me why you're canceling," and I said, "You could just write down there cancel culture. That's why I'm
cancel
canceling.
culture. Have a nice day.
That's why I'm canceling it." She's like, "Oh, okay, yes, okay."
Have a nice day.
Yeah. So the thing is that you're a human being. So yes, you can sign this deal with Disney. But they have to hold everyone to the same standard. So if that deal says you can't say anything on social media, then everyone needs to be held to that same standard. And all of these people on Disney and these other places get into politics and saying what they believe in and all that kind of stuff. So I don't agree that I don't agree with that. She has the right to say that. They all do. They can say what they want.
Oh, he is a complete lefty. Look at him.
Yeah, he's totally left, and he's always
complete
putting that out there.
and
He's always talking about it.
Has no problem.
Yeah,
they have no problem with anything he's putting on here.
Yeah, and I didn't either up until all of this, right? Because if you're gonna selectively, it happens to us, right? If you're gonna selectively pick people out and go, you in particular can't say anything because we don't like what you have to say, that's BS. So.
Well. Back in the old days, before nobody.
Yeah, something happened with your camera, Walt. I don't know if your camera fell down. You got like a weird thing going on with your camera. There you go.
Okay,
something fell over it. Yeah.
The onboard camera's on. That's what I'm not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Looks all right, I guess.
Yeah.
There was a time when you didn't have this medium to go out and publish your thoughts on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Like the internet thing, where you can go out and tweet all day long and say and reveal to the world how really stupid you are. And that's what these people have a problem with.
Yeah,
now.
you got to angle it down again. I don't know what's happening there.
Every day they're out there.
Yeah, there you go, boom.
Every day they're out there telling everybody how dumb they are.
Now it's switched back.
It's good. It's good. Leave it.
Yeah, just leave it right there.
I'm the wrong angle. Hang on a second.
Yeah. There's some kind of, you know what, Walter? I could totally sell you a Mac Mini. I got a nice Mac Mini.
The actual USB connections on this are sensitive. If you wiggle the wires,
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's my opinion on that whole thing. If you didn't have all these ways so people could go out and embarrass themselves, you wouldn't know this stuff about these people. You didn't back in the old days. They were an actor and they did their thing and they went away and got.
But look, I ignore a lot of stuff that comes from actors and actresses that I don't agree with, and I'm not out there saying, hey, they should be fired from their job. I don't like them and I don't agree with what they say. But I do still look at stuff, right? I look at the movies, and I don't go out there and say they should be fired. But going after her because she simply put boop bop beep, so what? And so let's say that transgender people went to the Library of Congress, and they trademarked saying beep bop boop, and she put beep bop boop on her thing. Wouldn't that be representing? Like I don't. It's there's a lot of people who are not gay. And when it's gay pride, they put the gay pride flag or whatever on their profiles, right? It happens. There's things like that happen like that. It's those, maybe those people are showing some kind of solidarity or whatever. But when is the point where you cannot, they're going to tell you can't post this because these people have posted this on their thing, so they own it. No, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. And if you post something saying that this is what the Nazis did in World War II, and factually that's what the Nazis did, I don't understand what the... it's not like she saw a transgender person somewhere and beat that person up or cursed them out and someone got video of it, and then we're like, okay, well that's horrible, right? Come on. This is what I'm trying to say. Ultimately, this is going to even hurt that cause, right? If folks have causes out there and you start attacking people like this over these kinds of things that are benign, it's not, it's
all it does is make people dislike those people even more.
Yeah. Why would you want that for your cause? Why are we getting into all of this?
Why you want to bring attention to yourself when you can just? Well, I know why, because they think
that's yes, exactly. You're right.
They want special treatment. They want special this and special that.
And pretty
special
soon
laws,
you'll see anyone that puts beep bop boop on their thing. They're gonna be like, wait a second, hold on a second, sir. Are you? If you are not transgender, you are not allowed to put beep bop boop. C4 Defense says it's refreshing when you see an actor that is actually conservative.
I know.
Yeah. What about Nanu Nanu? Can we put that? Can I put Nanu Nanu on my?
Like children.
Yeah.
There we go.
For everybody. Can I put supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Motherfucker. Bitch. I said bad words. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Walter put hashtag beep bop boop.
Yep.
Oh, you in trouble, Walter. You in trouble,
man.
You're in trouble. Yeah, Ray Bazzola says, please remain silent and stay in line.
Right.
Man, people who are okay with this kind of stuff don't realize this is coming for everybody. Coming for everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Coming for everyone. You can't say.
Here we go. We are changing everything for this little bitty microscopic little speck of on a flea's ass amount of people.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, why?
Yeah. By the way, Red Bear says STG goes beep bop boop.
It goes really nice. Like, oh, that's my book. Oh, never mind.
So I do have something to show off real quick.
Okay.
If he's still in the audience, this is for Razor JB.
Okay, Razor JB. Shout out to Razor JB out there.
What is it? Some chew? Some chaw? What is it?
What
That
is
is
this
a
exactly?
C and an R,
That
A
is a
C and an
candy
R.
good.
CR.
which,
What does that
which
mean?
may stand for corn and rye.
Ooh. If you don't choke, if you don't gag afterwards, it's not good stuff.
Did you get this from? Did you?
It warms the soul.
Yes, it
Oh
does.
boy, did you
It
get
also
this from Razor JB?
disinfects you.
No, he asked me if I picked up any shine when I was up on vacation, and I had Marley bring it up while I was. She brought dinner home.
Yeah.
I got my sources. I know where to get my good corn liquor. You know.
Yeah. What is this from Night Train? Yeah. So there's some crazy. I think there's some crazy stuff going on.
I know what the next machine gun video is going to sound like. Beep, bop, boop, beep, bop, boop, boop, beep, bop, boop, beep, bop, boop, beep,
Yeah.
bop.
When you start telling people what they can say and what they you can't say beep up boop. Really? You're saying I cannot say beep, and then I cannot put a bop,
and a bop.
and then end it with a boop. Now,
Yeah,
what exactly is the problem here? Is it the order? Just to, not to sound like Seinfeld here, but is it because I put the beep before the bop? What about if I put the bop before the beep?
All right, boop before I bop.
Yeah, what if the boop came first? Anyone who's tuning into this now is like, these dudes have lost their mind.
None of it makes any sense.
It's not us. The world has gone batshit crazy. The world has gone batshit crazy.
Let me tell you, that corn was very sweet.
Yeah.
Liquor? That corn liquor.
That corn liquor is very sweet going down.
Yeah. Did you light that on fire to see,
I could probably, like a flame, fire eaters, blow it out.
You could probably run your Mustang on that. You probably get some extra horsepower.
It would go.
Yeah. You go up to like 450 horses running that bad boy.
Kathy Music Lover, They Live. For anybody that hasn't seen the movie They Live, that's from what, the 80s? 70s?
Mm-hmm.
It's where the guy has the glasses that he puts on and he sees the aliens everywhere. It's almost like, I don't want to say true to life, but
that's Roddy Piper, right?
Yes, if you start looking at advertising and how it's just kind of prophetic.
Yeah. Rain is thanking us. He says, I purchased the AR-15 build kit from Locked and Loaded website and toolkit for Big Daddy Unlimited. Thanks, guys. Okay, you're welcome.
Nice to hear.
Yeah. So Brian Quick says, the man that got the most votes in history said a really offensive word today. Is he going to be impeached for it? Who said a really offensive word?
What did you say?
Oh, man, Biden dropped an N-bomb today.
An N-bomb?
What?
Totally on accident. He was making a speech to the Germans or something, and he blurted in whatever he was saying.
Was he trying to say, this guy looks like he's related to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It definitely was not on purpose. It definitely just was like, it was the wrong word. He was looking for some word, and it just came out and sounded like an N-word.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee he didn't say it on purpose, but it's like, it sure as hell sounded like an N-bomb to me.
I think he's got Tourette's.
I think
Yeah.
he's senile.
I didn't see that video.
Hold on,
I don't know. I don't know if
I don't watch.
Yeah, well, let's find out from Rodney Brady. Does that what should we do about that, Rodney? What would you say?
He was trying to say eager to hear, and he put an N in front of eager. He put an N in front of eager, and it did not sound good. It sounded very bad. He is eager to hear.
Creepy. Oh, dude.
So yeah, it wasn't on purpose. He wasn't like calling somebody that, but he definitely put an N in front of eager, and it does not sound good. But look at how if Trump did something similar, can you imagine?
All over the fucking.
Nothing with Biden. Nobody, not a single person has talked about it with Biden.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is.
Urban Access says he was babbling as usual.
Yes, Richard Mondo is making a good point. He says Biden also said black people are too stupid to use the internet. That one I heard. I think he said blacks and Latinos are not intelligent enough.
Poor people are just as smart as white people. Remember that one? Oh man! During the campaign trail, we got 4 more years of hilarious gaffes.
Yeah.
Up until he pushes the assault weapons ban, and then it's not fun anymore.
It's all going to be good. No one's going to make a big deal of it. But, like I'm saying, I don't know if I would make a big deal of it either. So,
it's all stupid. Like,
yeah,
I agree. He wasn't dropping an N-bomb. Of course, he wasn't dropping an N-bomb.
So the only way... Go ahead, sorry.
It just goes to show that it's one-sided. Because if Trump made a gaffe like that...
They would turn it into something it wasn't.
For sure.
Headlines of Twitter.
For sure. But the only way I would get all crazy... I would get crazy about it if he was arguing with a black person.
Yeah, that might be a little different.
And then,
And he didn't call him a white-faced pony boy or whatever that stupid one was.
Then that I might say
dog-faced pony boy.
Yeah, but words, man, and words could slip out and all that kind of stuff. I don't know that I really care about all that kind of stuff. So,
Let's see how this sounds.
That's the thing. But we're literally if you compare that to the fact that someone said beep bop boop, and someone says that like the Nazis also did this, and then then some Jewish people are like, I'm so offended that you're talking about the Nazis.
Well, that's a whole nother story anyway. So
people don't,
Yeah.
One day, maybe we'll stop caring. But
yeah.
As a whole other story that will get us turned off of YouTube real fast.
Rodney Brady says not true. The Black Hoteps are upset with 46. I don't know.
Who the hell are the Black Hoteps?
Black Hotep
is like that's like an Egyptian thing.
That's a dude on I think Black Hotep is like a dude that I saw on Joe Rogan one time. He's on Twitter or something.
The term comes from ancient Egypt word for to be at peace and is sometimes used in contemporary black culture as a greeting. What?
Dear.
Man, I'm not going to get into history right now.
Yeah.
No.
It makes people real bad.
Somebody's taking it. Anyways.
Yeah, listen, I just think that they could have left a good show alone, but these people got all excited, and I don't know if if Disney is going to feel any kind of loss from that. I don't really care. I'm not interested in giving them my money, so that's what
Yeah, vote with your money. That's the only thing you can do is tell Disney to piss off, which Disney I don't think cares. They eat good IPs and ship them out later. I mean, that's what they've been known for the last, 30 years, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah. Dillspec says, it may not be a bad thing Biden is taking down the border wall. We all might be jumping the wall to go to Mexico with how things are looking. And Matt Morrison says, Hotep Jesus. Yes, Hotep Jesus.
The hell is Hotep Jesus?
Who I was thinking. That was the dude who was on... person. He's the guy who was on Joe Rogan. Let's see here. Bubba Hotep. DCG44 says Bubba Hotep, yeah. So Rodney Brady says the Black Hoteps are the wokest of wokes in the state.
Sounds like I would very much dislike them.
Yeah. I don't know about all those things. Like someone was telling me that there's all kinds of I know there's Black Twitter. There's Black Twitter. I didn't,
I was telling you about that when Black Twitter.
Yeah, Black Twitter. I also heard there's different black things for businesses and stuff like that. So if you're a black business person, you can go.
Did we talk last week about Google's new rollout of Maps? You can now find black-owned businesses on Maps specifically, and how that seems horribly backwards. Like we're not going forward, we're going backwards.
Wait, hold on. I missed what you just said. So
Google Maps has rolled out a feature where you can exclusively look for black-owned businesses, which, from somebody that wants to, partake in black-owned businesses might be a good thing, but then for other people who don't want to go there, that might not help them.
But what about when the other people start jumping into that and they're like, dude, I only want to see the Latino businesses.
I didn't want to see the white one.
Backwards.
Yeah, exactly. What if Walter...
So where are we,
Walter would never do this, but I don't know. But let's say Walter says, I just want to see the white businesses.
Exactly.
Well, fair is fair, right? Fair is fair.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. We're going backwards.
Right. And yes. But
can we just list businesses?
The point is to divide.
But people could also use that against you. They could go, okay, list all the black businesses so I don't go there.
I don't go to any of them, right?
Yeah, this is crazy.
But the whole point, which Obama started, was divide everybody up into groups.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's the whole point.
This is not what Martin Luther King envisioned. He didn't say, I have a dream that one day
the Google Maps will show all the black businesses.
Yes.
It's the black businesses.
Yeah.
That's it.
If he was talking about Google Maps, he would say that Google Maps would have that little black boys and little white girls.
Here, please, Mr. White Google Man, give me the black businesses on the map. And I mean, I don't know what are you trying to.
I don't want to be segregated. I don't want to be segregated.
I don't understand. That's what we're moving towards. That's what we're moving towards. Is like you are only going to shop at your in group. You're only going to do business with your in group.
These people are backwards. It's
nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah. Really
I think Walter, I think you have a point. I think the division is more powerful. The division is more powerful because it keeps us all fighting against ourselves instead of looking at the government.
And in the meantime, while you're fighting with whoever, you're arguing that, and they're also plotting against you constantly.
Yes, but also, if we're left alone, if you leave us alone and stay the hell out of everyone's business, we'll figure this out. We figured it out on the we're here. We right now. So the person running this show who owns all of this stuff is a black dude. You guys might not know this. little secret.
I had no idea.
Surprise, as Johnny B says.
God damn it, I checked Google Maps and I didn't tell me this was a black-owned show. Yeah. I need to leave now.
Yeah, is Google going to stop discriminating against the black dudes? Who have YouTube channels? I don't know. I wonder. It'll be interesting. Let's find out about that. But look, we're doing it on our own, right? We're getting together and doing things on our own and hanging out. We can hang out with each other and do business with each other. We don't need anyone getting in the way.
That's the natural way it works. And people naturally go in groups.
Yes, you're gonna find people you gel with, and I don't think you necessarily. Go ahead, Walter.
I don't think it's like you're saying. It's not necessarily because they want to stay away from everybody else. Maybe some do, but they go to what they know. Okay,
and I hate to be that guy, but if other people want to stay, if you have a group that wants to stay away from another group, I don't fucking care.
I don't care.
Do it. I don't care. It's none of my business.
If you don't like
you want
me, it's
to
fine.
segregate yourself out. Yeah, I don't. You don't have to like.
You don't. Yeah, there's no law that says you have to like me.
It's just all insane.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh yeah, yes, for sure. Boss Hog says, Boss Hog says, Babyface P mouth should be numb drinking that backwoods water.
Yeah, sorry, the smoothie sitting in front of me. It's just too good. Oh no, the backwoods water. Yeah, if I had a little bit more of the backwoods water, I might start getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
A little more crazy, which I don't know if anybody can handle that.
Yeah. This I don't know. This
it don't make any sense.
Yeah, so Rodney Brady says that Google did that because in the past they wouldn't guide people to black or brown businesses. They are doing this to avoid a lawsuit.
They wouldn't guide people to black or brown. So, if I go to Google Maps and I say I want to go to, I will give a perfect example. Jazzy's Barbecue in Tampa. That is a black-owned business because I've been there and the food is great. And I know the people that own it. It's a black family. if I put in Google Maps and I go Jazzy's Barbecue, it's gonna take me right to it. Or if I even search for barbecue while I'm at near my parents' house, Jazzy's comes up. So I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Maybe there's people who wanted to be able to. I don't know, man.
It's just crazy. I don't. It's all crazy.
Yeah. How about you just list businesses? How about if I put in soul food or something like that, it comes up.
I know who's
I don't
going
care
to
if
be
I.
running
But
it.
here, can I just tell you this? If I put in soul food and I go to a soul food restaurant and there's a Korean guy there running that restaurant, but that food is good, I'm not mad.
I'll be impressed
But
though, because I don't see that happen.
Yeah. But I'm just saying though, I'm not mad. I don't care. Do you remember we talked about that on this podcast, that there was a woman who went to a smoothie place or something like that? And then the people, they had their name sounded black. And then when she went there, it was Asian people. So she started telling them that they're misappropriating
I didn't know
culture.
Yeah. She didn't just tell them. She had a fit.
Yeah. You know,
One of those, screaming things, and it's like,
yeah. If you happen to be from a culture, so let's say I want Mexican food and I go to the restaurant and some Mexican people there and the food is awesome, amazing. If I want Mexican food and I go to the Mexican restaurant and once again it is someone from the Philippines, let's say, running that restaurant, and if the food is good, the food is great. That's
I
amazing.
don't care. Yeah, if it
Yeah.
tastes good, I don't care.
If the food is no good, I might go, don't think I'm coming back to this.
okay, do you see that, Patrick, or is it just me?
What happened?
What?
What's the matter, Walt?
Anything breaking up on anybody else?
No, it's just
Could
you.
be
We're
just
not
mine.
breaking up. Yeah,
It's
that's
just
on
you.
your end. That's
Okay.
on your end. Red Bear says
No.
soul food.
Okay.
Nice, Hank.
Oh,
So he
there
put
used to be
he put soul like SEOUL. There you go.
Seoul. Yeah, there you go. Have a Korean guy running it.
Yeah.
Or woman, excuse me, or woman.
Yeah.
How dare I?
I just want good food. I don't care who's making the food.
There used to be a soul food place in the industrial part of Tampa that Dad took me to when I was just out of high school, freshman year of college. It's really sad because the owners were an old black couple. They were probably in their mid 80s, so they were pretty old, and I don't think they're with us anymore. But their food was fucking incredible. It was one of the best meals I've ever had. And unfortunately, I don't think they're around anymore. But man, their food left an imprint on me.
Yeah, Scorched Earth says, I wonder if my business is black. That's for my friend Rod.
See, yeah,
Rod
can
Mills.
you list your business as black owned now? Like maybe you'll get more people.
Rod Mills, he's the one who told me about the black business listing. Tell us what that's called, Rod Mills, so that all the white people here could go up and list their businesses. No, but still tell us. They're not going to do that. Of course, they're not going to do that. I don't care if people. So I don't think there's anything wrong if there's a black business listing for people to go there and list their businesses, or if there's an Asian business listing. But let's say someone finds the white business listing. Where only the white people do
that's the problem.
business together.
You'd have people
Yeah.
within the shit.
But
They
if
would be
but
screaming
I don't
like-
feel like there's anything wrong with if I'm the person, which I just said, I don't think there's anything wrong with black people or Asians or anyone, or let's say everyone who's from Japan has a listing for all the Japanese people so you can support them. If I don't think there's anything wrong with that, then I can't get mad about the white business listing either.
Can a goth store be considered a black business?
Goth?
They all dress in black. Got
Yeah.
black eyeliner.
I don't believe I've ever seen a black goth chick or guy. Is there?
No, I don't think
I
I
could
have
tell
either.
you something. I could tell you something right now. So my brother Anonymous is a black guy.
I forgot.
Yeah,
I
he's
forgot
a black goth.
that.
There are black goth people,
Yeah.
but
Wait, he dresses goth-like?
I don't know if he's still.
This man is crazy. The more I've never met Hank's brother, but the more I hear about him, the more I'm like, this man is crazy.
Okay, I don't know if he's still goth or not. He might have abdicated his black gothness. But there's
Listen,
lots of black goth dudes.
This is a serious question. How do black people wear black eyeliner and black makeup? Does it show? Does that show up on you?
Okay, can I?
Like
let
if you're Wesley Snipes.
Let
you
me
can't
tell
wear black
let me tell you a
eyeliner.
story. Let me tell you a story. So my brother is was not only I don't know if he is now. Was not only a black goth guy. My brother was also as an extension or a higher level of gothness. He was also a black vampire.
This is insane.
So-
This man is crazy.
So he
I
had
need
a
to
whole
meet this
crew.
guy.
He had a whole crew, which most of them were black, and they were black.
This is crazy.
They were black guys who were goth. They wore all black, and they were vampires. So they all had their teeth, not like some stuff you put in. They all had their teeth
Brown.
filed down. Yeah, to have like
Did you-
vampire teeth.
This
Yes.
is nuts, man.
And my
the more I
mom-
hear about your brother.
Let me tell you. So this is how my mom felt. Like, so he was staying with my mom one time, and I remember I was also, because I was like in between girlfriends at the time. So I was staying at my mom's house, and he was there, but he had like there was only, my mom's place was only 2 bedrooms, so he had the bedroom because he's the older brother and he's awesome. So he was in the bedroom. My mother's looking for him. She's like, "Oh, where's your brother?" You know, she's walking around. I was like, "I don't know where he is." She's walking around. So there's a big box in his room, right? So
No,
she
I
goes-
know where this is
she
going,
goes-
and I don't want to believe it.
this is true. I'm telling you.
I don't want to.
She goes and opens the box, and my brother is sleeping in there
No,
like
no,
this,
no,
with his
no,
arms,
no,
with his
no.
arms across his chest like this.
Joe Carpenter's is Blackula.
Okay. So just for people who don't know, my mother is was an Indian. She's no longer with us. Indian woman from the Caribbean. She just started, "Oh Lord!" You know, she just started screaming.
That's like
Yeah,
that's like
very
voodoo stuff
religious.
going on.
Very religious. My mother was very religious. She just started screaming, and I was like, "What the hell is happening?" He was just sleeping in the box like a vampire. So they lived a life. They lived a life. So here's the thing that happened. So Lola and I, we moved. We were living in Jersey, but we bought a house. And we moved to the house, and my brother, we were like having a hard time figuring out how we were going to move and get all the stuff over there. So my brother goes, "Don't worry about it. I'm going to come with my whole crew. We're going to come over there and help move you." So all these black goth dudes showed up at my house and moved me into this new neighborhood in New Jersey, literally on a cul-de-sac. Okay?
This is nuts.
Yeah.
This is
So-
nuts.
So one dude showed up, and he did not have on all black. He had on like a white t-shirt or something like that.
Did they make him leave?
My brother was like, "You are out of uniform."
No.
So just imagine,
God.
like, my U-Haul truck rolls up there, all these black vampire goth dudes get out. Everyone in the neighborhood is like, "What the actual hell is going on?" Looking at all of this. And then at the end, when we finished moving, I took them all to, I think it was like Burger King, because they like Burger King. And they're all up in Burger King with like black goth vampire dudes.
I can't even imagine a whole crew of black goth vampires just chilling at Burger King eating a couple of
I'm not
Whoppers.
making
Like,
this up. I'm not making this up. I promise.
I don't think you could. That's impossible to make up.
The Jew says, "We know why Hank is so strange."
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Rodney Brady says something like, "Lord God, the Pickaninny is a dupe." Yeah, my mother was freaked out. She was like, "Yeah, that can't happen in this house." Boss Hog agrees. Yeah. Len Holt says, "You're killing me. Stop." Yeah.
You told me some of that before, and I'd forgot about it. So.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
But my brother, he was, I don't know if he's still goth, but he has like everything pierced. All the things are pierced.
What?
So his ears,
I can't.
his nose.
And this is the one that's into guns, right?
Everything.
He's a gun guy. Literally everything. Tongue pierced. The business, the kibbles and bits pierced.
God.
He's got tattoos. He's got tattoos all over. So yeah.
This is a very interesting story. I just can't. I never pictured him as a black goth. I always pictured him because I thought you said he was like a doctor or something or an
he's
engineer.
He's an IT guy. He's an IT guy. He
An
has his own
IT
business.
guy. How does he go to work?
He works for himself.
Oh, okay.
But he
doesn't
has
work for,
big
like,
client.
a
He has
corporate-
big, like, his clients are on Wall Street and stuff like that.
And they don't
Took his
give a
score
crap
shirt.
about- Yeah.
No.
Scorches
Man,
his
I'm
man
enrolling.
Yeah, Rod Mills is. I'm telling you, there's some
God.
people who look at this chat, that actually know my brother. He lives in Delaware. There's people who actually know him, and I don't know
Clyde
if they
Rich
are.
is, Hank is not the strangest strange.
No,
Yeah,
not
I
at
think
all.
you're right.
No, I am not. I'm probably the.
Uh,
Ask
How
Lola.
did
I'm the
Lola
most
marry
normal.
into this family?
Babyface said, "How did you marry into this family?"
She must have been freaked
I'm the-
out when she met the family.
I am the most normal of all the.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm the most normal, I think, of the people in the family. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the normal one. I told you guys that
That's
before. I'm
that's
the
wild.
normal one.
That's wild.
Well, some of my friends at the rally there, Camp Flamingo, somehow started after you were gone, Hank. They said, "Doctor Strange? Does he go by Doctor Strange?" No, it's like Hank Strange, not Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, those people. I like your military vehicle buddy guys. They were cool.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. We don't have. Okay, let's say this. Most of the folks that we hang out with kind of think the same. There's some different opinions about stuff. We have a couple in the group that we love them anyways, even though they lean toward the left side.
Okay.
Really?
I mean,
Really?
well,
You have military vehicle people that are lefties?
Yeah, well,
Seems like it wouldn't go together.
There's gun guys there's gun guys that are on the left. There's lots of gun guys.
It's always that thing. Well, what do you mean he did that? There's always that. Well, if you say something about like Obama, you say, well, Bush was the same way. Blah blah blah. It's always there's always this.
What about isms is what it is.
Yeah, we love him just the same. There's not very many of them like that, but we have a common interest. We drink adult beverages together. It's all good.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I would like to interview a guy who is very liberal but owns a tank. I think that would just be fun, just for like as a YouTube video.
The thing I have a problem with it is that these people that you back up and support and make excuses for are the people that want to take away your toys. They've tried in the past all the hot rods and all the custom cars. They pollute too much. They make too much. They kill the world.
Let me tell you, cars are gonna be blacklisted.
The only reason that hasn't happened like it has with like they're working on guns is because the auto industry and the aftermarket industry are such a huge and it crosses all political stuff and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's funny. I mean, but most I would find most military vehicle type people are kind of like guns, and they kind of like things that go bang and explode and things like that. So.
I think a lot of people are, when you're into mechanical things, you're into a lot of different mechanical things. Cars.
Yeah, and a lot of military vehicle people own their own businesses, and they.
Rodney Brady says there was a guy in West Palm Beach. Let me see. There's a guy in West Palm Beach who once did, but he lost his mind and drove his tank around town.
There was a tank guy in West Palm?
Yeah, I think was that in the news?
But parked it in his subdivision in front of his house?
I don't know.
Oh, do you remember that one? Yeah, there was a guy that bought M1 Abrams or something like that.
It was a Sherman. Yeah,
It was a Sherman. I'm sorry, an M1 Sherman, and parked it in front of the street. And he was like, "It's legal. There's nothing wrong with it." And it was in a well-to-do, like high-end neighborhood. And the neighbors were like, "I just can't believe that's parked there." Some of them were complaining, and and he was like, "People love it. People stop by and climb on and take pictures. I love it. I'm leaving it. You're not getting rid of it."
So one of the things I think was funny that I have to go ahead. What are you gonna say, Walt?
No, I was going to say, Armament Access was asking about my little generator set. I did a little video about
let's put that up.
My cheap little Harbor Freight generator, and it works pretty well. I mean, you're not going to power your whole house with it, but you'll keep your refrigerator on and a light bulb or two. So
M4 Sherman.
Yeah. So here's a story I want to tell before we get off the podcast. And since we started late, I think we still have half an hour. So you guys are going to do a little bit of overtime. Sorry. My bad. But I'm the boss. No.
It's really. Black-owned business.
Yeah, this is black-owned. Don't make me tell Rod Mills to put you on some lists.
No, I'm sure I'm already on something.
Oh, Rob Mills. Is there restaurants that have conch on the list?
Oh, God.
He's in Jacksonville. I'm trying to get conch.
No. So yeah, some people are asking us about EVs. Let me talk about this first, because this happened at the military vehicle thing, Patrick. And Walter, you could chime in, but I do want to see what Babyface thinks about this. So Patrick, okay, so I've got Stranger Palooza, and I want to do some military vehicle videos there. I mean, the big stuff on there is like the RV stuff, but I want to do some military vehicles. So
I noticed your numbers are big with that, yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves the RV stuff, which I'm gonna be doing. But
That's crazy. But yeah, anyways, yeah.
so Walter's like, okay, I'm gonna help you out. We're gonna do some vehicles. So one of them that we planned was on the Willis Jeep, right? This is like a World War II.
This is good. You gotta like this.
So, Patrick, there's like in the Camp Flamingo dudes, there's like 5 of these things at least. So we
5 Willis Jeeps. Okay.
Yeah, so we plan. Okay, we're gonna do a convoy. I do my intro. There's all this.
We're gonna go out in the woods.
Yeah,
go out in the woods.
Yeah, we're gonna drive out in the woods. We're gonna convoy with these Jeeps like they did back in the World War II days, right? So the Jeeps are there. They're physically there. I do my intro. I'm like, hey guys, we're gonna do some Willis, World War II Jeeps here.
Everybody starts going out.
Yep,
Everybody starts going out.
Yeah.
Across the old runways and stuff. It's because it's an old air base. Yeah.
Walter is lit. So I'm on the back of the. So I figured going out, I would ride with Walter and Peggy on the mule, right? Walter has a mule. So I figured, okay, I'll ride on that, and that way I'll get video of these Jeeps all convoying out there. So we start going out there. The minute we come off road, and we hit dirt,
some mud,
and grass and mud, all of a sudden they disappeared.
Two of them did. Didn't 2 of them? Yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah, I think when we got out there was like 2 Jeeps. But really you could only see 1 Jeep because of like and I'm thinking to myself, what happened to the why did the Jeep
I did the same thing too. Where did everybody go?
Yeah. Why did they break down? I was thinking maybe all these Jeeps broke down. Guess what happened, Patrick? They didn't want to get the Jeeps muddy.
Okay, the one Jeep of I'll say his name, Christian's newer Jeep, his wife's Jeep, has just kind of got going, and then the other one of Robert's probably would be better with a little mud and all the rust. So
it's made for that. It's literally made for that.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to get them dirty, so they turned around.
Yeah.
Jesus, they don't want to get them.
Like I said, we get out there and it's like, where's everybody at? Well, we were there. I mean, we were in the mule and there was and another Jeep and stuff. But it's like, okay, what the fuck goes on? Well, where'd everybody go?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they turned around because they didn't want to get them dirty.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the point of having the Jeep?
There's this one dude. There's a guy that's in the group. His name is Fergie. He's a cool guy. Cool. I don't know if Fergie's watching on that. Shout out to everyone was cool, including the dudes who trailer their Jeeps and don't drive them into the mud. Patrick, I'm not kidding you. Jeeps went on trailers.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to take that 6 hours.
That's a 6-hour ride, yeah.
I'll give him credit there. It's an uncomfortable 6-hour ride.
Yeah, but when we got to the where you this is what the Jeeps did. This is what Jeeps do.
Yes.
But so there was a guy who actually had, and I didn't even know. Now this wasn't a World War II thing. I think he said it was from '99, but it's a Harley dirt bike.
Okay, yeah.
Like set up military style. It has.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's got cases on it for stuff, and it's got a gun case and everything on it. And it's a Harley Davidson. He said there's only 500 of them in America. He was out there riding that thing, man.
Made by Harley?
They only made 500 total.
Oh, they only made 500.
They were trying to get this in the British Army to use. And it's about that time when everybody was everything was going diesel.
Mm-hmm.
And
is it
so
an
the Brits
AC 500?
Yes.
Oh my God! I found an article about it. That thing is freaking cool looking.
I've got a video coming out on that, and it's badass.
Oh,
and
that
the dude.
Thing is...
So Walter's saying 500 on the planet, right, Walter?
Yes, correct.
That thing is right here.
500 on the planet. Guess what he's riding it in? Dirt. So
yeah, he's what it's made for.
And that's the first time I've never seen a drop of dirt on that motorcycle anywhere with Fergie, and he got it dirty.
Yeah,
I give him a thumbs up for that.
Yeah,
so.
That's his motorcycle.
This is where we wanted to do the video at.
Walter, do you have a picture you could show right there?
That's not even that bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's
How much does something like that cost?
How much did he? Here's the story. Yeah. The Brits also had used that motorcycle before it was branded with the Harley brand on it. If you get one that's not branded, you'll pay less. If you get it branded, Fergie's was in like mint
tip
condition.
top. He says it in the video. I don't want to say it wrong. I think he said it was 1,200. It wasn't super expensive.
No, it was more like 12,000.
12,000. Okay, 12,000. Yeah.
I've seen them for less, but not in that shape. and not with the branded Harley thing on
That
it.
that
So
was
he
cool.
got a hell of a deal on it.
The
Yeah.
Harley here, like if you go to a Harley deal, they know nothing about it because
Yeah.
it's not any. There's no American Harley parts on it. It's all made in England.
Yeah.
So
So it's entirely made in England.
yes,
That
It's
it's
like there's
it
a
ha-
lot of plastic.
it makes it even more
It
real.
has a
Yeah.
it has a Rotax engine, which is
Okay.
and it's been it's a 4-stroke Rotax.
Oh,
It's a good.
by the way,
did-
let me shout
did
this.
Harley-
Let me shout this guy out. Joshua Dotson is out there, Walt. I met him out at the thing. He says it was nice to
cool.
meet the Camp Flamingo crew. I look forward to meeting again. Joshua, I'm gonna do some videos on him. This dude could build stuff. He's a Marine. Yeah, he's got skills of building things, and I think his father-in-law is Keith. Keith is his father-in-law.
Yeah, Keith. Yeah. Keith's
Yeah.
got a 1078 truck like I have, but it is on he's building it as a overlanding vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
and Josh is building stuff too. Like Josh has what was that? What's the big trailer? The military vehicle trailer. I don't know what it's called. M15-ZXY. Or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, he's got one of those that so these are dudes who could build stuff, and hopefully we'll see them here on the channel. But yeah, shout out to those guys. Shout out to everyone out there, even the
let me see
dudes
if I
that
can
didn't
show you.
drive their Jeeps onto the dirt. They were still cool.
Patrick, out in
He
the
says Keith
States,
is his uncle, so shout out to Keith.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Joshua
They work
out there.
together, I think, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Out on the base there, Patrick, there's an old like ammunition magazine,
Mhm.
and it's built up like a. You know how
Yeah, let me
the
see,
magazines?
hold on. I'll go in on your picture, and I'll be able to show these better
What
in the
is-
future.
What's an ammunition magazine?
Go
I'm not-
sideways
I'm not
on your
familiar.
phone.
It won't.
It's a
do
big.
it, so-
It's basically. So let me. It's
like
basically a big bunker.
It's an ammo bunker, right?
Yeah, it's under a hill.
above ground bunker.
Okay,
Now-
yeah.
Oh, since World War II, trees have actually grown on top of it, full size like pine
What?
trees.
That's
So-
crazy.
It is so cool. And inside that thing, because it's like a domed metal, it's like you're in the Alps. Ricola, and it's like echoes like crazy. Yeah. So
Oh man.
It's all steel. It's all steel in there. It's all intact.
so it's a perfect place to take some cool pictures. It looks
Mhm.
like you're in the German forest someplace. You know?
It does. No, it looks like you're in the Ardennes or something.
Yeah. Like you're in the
Yeah,
So,
we've
of
got
course,
video.
you know-
That's where we convoyed out to in the 2 Jeep convoy. That
That's awesome.
we went out there.
But yeah. So
yeah, people
that
were
was
getting
good.
rides in a Huey. By the way, you could have also gotten a ride in a Huey if you came out there.
What is that?
That's
thing?
the mule. That's
with
Walter's
the
mule.
tank rounds and the rockets on the back.
A mule. It's like a Kawasaki mule that's been
No,
pimped
it's
out.
No.
no.
You've never seen the mule,
Oh,
Patrick?
wait a minute.
No, I don't know the
Oh.
mule.
I've got a sideway picture of bunker.
Yeah, hold on. You got to pull it back pull
okay.
it back so it
It'll focus. Give it a
come
second.
back. Yeah. Let's see. here.
Come on, laptop, do it. It doesn't want to focus.
Yeah,
That's super cool though. It does look like you're in
Yeah.
Germany or
it's a big
Yeah,
bunker.
it's-
a French forest or something.
Yeah. I'll get videos up. The videos will get up of that. It's
No, the mule is the M274. If anybody wants to look it up,
Mhm.
they designed it late 50s. Started using them in the 60s all through Vietnam. About the time of the first Gulf War, everything was going to diesel, and they were pushed out. They were all surplused off. But it's just basically a cargo hauler. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
it's just a
So
flat.
do you see
Cool.
all those crates on there, Patrick? Those crates
Yes.
on there that's basically 2 of those crates are the tank rounds in
on the
crates.
bottom.
So there were these guys. I don't know where these guys came from. I don't know if we got their info, but there were these guys in the flea market selling ordnances,
Ordnances.
rockets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we went there and they had these beautiful wooden crates open, and like I think there was like 5 rockets in each case, shells.
There
or
was
whatever.
There were 3 tank rounds in each case, and then
Yeah.
one of those anti-tank rockets in each one of those cases.
Yeah.
So another.
Yeah. So and then you had 2 of the anti-tank. I think there was maybe more. So those were all stacked up there, and and so I don't know if I'm allowed to say who, but someone in the crew just went and bought all of that.
Wow.
know.
How much can we say a price? How much does that go for?
Some
Couple
money.
grand?
Some money.
I think he spent like $1,600.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad. That's
So,
not
because he bought everything in bulk, but everyone is over there trying to like take out these things and buy them individually.
And he was like,
And
I'll take it all.
Yeah.
No, when I started, people were looking at the stuff, and I started closing the lids on the stuff.
Yeah,
That's
we're
why
like,
it's sold.
oh, this is sold, sir.
Don't
Closing
be
it
touching my stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
so those were Russian shells for a Russian tank, and there's a guy who has the tank, and he's up there, and he's complaining to his friends on the phone. Some guys just came over here and bought everything. So Walter went to get the mule that you see there. Walter has the mule. He went and got that, and he stacked up all those boxes on there. So the guy with the Russian tank sees Walter, and he bought some other stuff, but he was mad because he wanted the practice rounds for his tank.
Yes, for the tank.
Yeah. So he's trying to buy them, and everyone's like, no, it's not for sale. No, it's not getting sold.
He followed us back to Camp Flamingo and was talking with
cool.
Christian and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was
he's
cool.
all right. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, Walter, I gotta have this rocket, sir.
He was. You got to get me one of those. You got to go see if he's got another one.
I must own this.
I did some talking and I made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy with the Russian tank sees Walter stacking all these things and goes, "Oh, can you guys take my stuff back too?"
Yeah, I did haul something over for him too.
Yeah, stacks it all on the mule. So that's how they became buddies. But that mule is really cool. You actually have to see that one day, Patrick. I thought you saw that already.
I was looking at a video of somebody driving one. It's neat because it looks like it's just engine and wheels with a flat top almost.
You would love that thing.
It's
yeah.
Yeah. Like DCG44S is saying in the chat, the steering wheel will flip down, and you can put it at low range and just walk with it, and use it like a big hand truck.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I would love that thing. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. We got to do a military vehicle thing, and that Babyface could actually go to, because I guess you never did any of these, right?
Next time one is available, just let me know in advance.
It's going to be back in Mount Dora again at some point, so that's a lot more better. So for everybody.
Yeah. So, because I think you would have enjoyed all of this stuff, man.
Oh hell yeah, that's the kind of stuff I love.
And the tank battle was cool. The actual, so they do a reenactment of a tank battle, which they did it a couple of times. And by the way, there's one dude who owns all the tanks out there, a Jewish guy, a rabbi.
Local, local to Florida.
Yes, he's in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Does he have? Go ahead.
Does he show does he have a museum you can go to or anything like that, or is they just private collection?
It's his own collection. It's not like you can't. Yeah, he has a compound. He has he has shops. He has people work for him all the time working on the vehicles. Yeah. But they run it like a military kind of unit.
And he's called the Rabbi.
Rabbi, yeah.
Do they really call him the Rabbi?
Rabbi Rob. He's Jewish.
Rabbi Rob.
Yeah.
He's Jewish.
And all the tanks have Jewish names. I think except for, one's called Fred, which is kind of a Jewish name.
There's Fred, and then there's Chutzpah, and...
one is called Golem.
Golem, okay.
Golem, yeah, Golem. What's the other?
I sold him my World War II truck.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they renamed it for somebody else. They didn't keep it as Pam.
So the interesting, by the way, if you guys are still out there, we got like at least another 15 minutes here that we're going because we started late. And smash the thumbs ups. So here's the cool thing. Go ahead.
Does he have any working, do they do are any of the guns working, first off?
Yes.
And do they do fire?
Yeah, so they do the reenactment. Yeah.
All his tanks have live guns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because they fire blank rounds. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he has a whole crew of people who work for him, and what Walter was explaining is they run like the military.
Yeah, they get up in the morning and they do PT and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy who's the I don't know what you call it, general or whatever. That's the dude who was drinking and hanging out with Walter.
On Facebook, is it called WW2 Armor?
Yes.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah,
I just Googled the guy's name. I Googled Rabbi Rob tanks, and this Facebook came up, and I see some of the live fire stuff that they're doing, and it looks awesome. They even have howitzers and stuff. It looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, when that big one goes off, it rocks your world. If you're not expecting it, it'll rock you.
Yeah, if you
Oh
want to
my
see
God,
all, so
I
I'm
love
gonna
this.
put out videos of the. Well, we didn't do like close-ups of the tanks because we did other videos, but I did a video of all the tanks coming off the trailers and stuff like that, and just show them driving around. And then I do have some footage of them shooting. So in these reenactments, they actually have like, I think this was like Americans versus Germans, right, Walt? What was that?
Yeah,
battle?
that's a typical thing. And of course, the Germans are outnumbered 100-1. So
Yeah.
um,
So
Nobody wants to be.
but he is actually the rabbi is working on having German tanks now too. Now there'll be replicas. There'll be replicas of like taking the like the 432 that Christian has and turning it into a German tank. So
not the real
because
deal,
right now it's all one-sided. It's all
Yeah.
So.
He likes his American tanks.
Well, you said also that you can't get German tanks easily, right? Those aren't easy.
No, there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is, Golem 3.
Yeah.
What is that? An M10 tank destroyer?
Yeah, probably. I mean, is that the M10? I'm trying to think if that is or not.
Hold on, I'm pulling up a picture for you. This is Golem, and unfortunately, well, I can actually share this out with the group.
I think Gollum is a Sherman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too long. I can't share it. I just shared it in Skype. Is that a Sherman?
It's
got one of the bigger. If it's a Sherman, it's a late war one.
Yeah,
it's got a massive barrel.
Yeah. Juice says every patriot needs a tank. Everyone needs a tank. Oh,
one of those things. If I had all the money in the world, I would own an M4 Sherman, just the basic one, just to have. And Pershing, my friend that is watching.
Pershing there.
Yeah, my friend that's watching says that the Golem 3 is a Pershing.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah.
I would have an M4 Sherman just because I grew up on World War II movies, and I would love to have a Mustang fighter plane because those are the coolest things.
I need the BMP to put this round into.
You do, so you can shove it in there.
I can have that. That's not actually that. Okay. I say not that expensive. One came up for sale recently for like $50,000, and you think, oh, that's a lot of money. How much you spending on your fancy car you just bought?
Yeah. That's my Mustang would.
How much,
half that.
Walter? Do you remember what kind of tank that was? I drove back at Drive Tanks a couple years ago. Do you remember what was that? It wasn't a Sherman. It was an easy tank to drive. It was easy.
This makes. I'm gonna have to go watch Band of Brothers now, just because this is so damn cool to look at.
I don't know. Since I wasn't there, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
I'm gonna show off a little bit.
Yeah.
Real quick, hold
Walter,
on.
I'm surprised you don't have your anti-tank, your Russian anti-tank rocket.
I left it somewhere else at the shop.
I'll show off what I got while I was on vacation. Not that it's gonna compare to tanks.
Okay, let's see it.
Picked up a couple of these.
Ooh,
Walter,
yeah.
what these are.
There you go. M1 carbine mag.
M1 carbine mags, because I didn't want to ruin the nice World War II ones that I have. So I got 230s and 215s that are going to be sitting in the M1 carbine over here. Which, by the way, that M1 carbine is still one of my favorite rifles that I own. I love that thing.
Yeah. I wish that Walter had his. I didn't bring because mine's not in the van. But those anti-tank rockets are cool, man, and they have Bakelite all over them.
Yeah,
well,
they use that old plastic.
Yeah, they use that for, if you look at they're painted green, these rockets, but when you fold the wings out, you can see the Bakelite material inside the wing. So yeah, they're I'll be honest with you, I've never seen one of those for sale here, and if you do see one, they're not in the original shipping container with all the proper stuff, and not as clean and like brand new those things are. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. Rebel Sapper says, my funniest tank story is when a noob LT parked behind an M1 Abe, then took off. It melted his Hummer's soft top.
The exhaust from the Abrams, yeah, because it's a turbine, gas turbine.
So what is the coolest tank? Like if Babyface wins the lottery, let's say, and he has to buy us all tanks, what tanks do we want, Walt? What are the coolest tanks to own, the must-have?
I'm partial to American tanks just because I was raised on them. But to me, the must-haves are probably some of the German ones.
Yeah,
I need a
I don't care,
Panther,
Walt.
right?
I'll drive a Nazi tank. It's all
Walther
right.
wants a Panther.
I need a Panther.
I'll drive it.
I mean, it's not about being Nazi or being this, that, and the other. It's just they were the coolest frickin' tanks. I mean,
so those are the expensive ones. I'm taking it then.
Oh yeah, way more than the average bear. Yeah, and because it's availability. It's availability.
I like these M4 the Sherman upgrades that they had. So they had like the Calliope with like the rocket pods on top.
Yeah.
Or the mine destroyers that had like the spinning wheel of death up front.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so cool to me. The Sherman was just, it's for whatever reason has my heart. Even though wasn't the best, it wasn't the fastest or the most powerful.
Yeah. Well, I should tell you, Drive Tanks is a place that you should save your shekels.
I would.
Because they have Shermans. They have Shermans.
You might have drove a Leopard. You can drive the Leopard?
I think that might be what it was, yeah. It was easy. It was easy to drive.
Jeff was just saying that
what was
Jeff
it, Lola?
was watching.
They upgrade a lot of the suspensions and that.
Yeah, they upgraded the suspension. Did Jeff say it was a Leopard that I drove?
It was a Leopard.
No, Jeff was just saying the other ones that I would love to have would be like the Crocodile, which was the big ass flamethrowing Sherman. Oh,
okay.
Fuck yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Lola says it was a Leopard that we drove. Yeah. Drive Tanks is maybe we need to. I'll tell you what. When Babyface wins a lottery, we're all flying
I'm taking us all out there.
Yeah, private jet. We're flying into Ox Ranch on they've got their own personal runway. We could land the G5. On the runway.
And he's spending your money as fast as he can get his hands on it, man.
There you go. There's an image for Hank.
Patrick is not even going to talk to us.
I'm just so infatuated with World War II tanks. They're so cool.
He's throwing stuff.
That's the Crocodile where they have the big ass diesel tank behind it.
Yeah. You guys are going to have to look that up if you're watching. Smash the thumbs ups right now. We still got a couple of minutes. We're going to do this. Richard Monder says it was. So there you go. Someone has got that. And Flying Rich says I've flown that. What did Flying Rich fly? What was
we're talking. I think are we talking about the? I had mentioned the P-51.
Oh, yeah, that's what I think so.
That's the Mustang, P-51 Mustang.
Yeah.
Armament Access says the P-38 would also be fun. Is that the P-38?
Twin engine.
If I want to if I'm going to get a plane, and this is going to sound crazy, my favorite plane since I was a kid, because I was a kid living in England, Harrier jump jet. Gotta have.
Oh, those are cool. What are those old and Flying Rich I guarantee will know the name. The old planes from the 40s that have that really iconic look to them.
Spitfires?
What's the name of them?
Spitfires.
No, they were the passenger planes that you would see hopping the ocean.
Oh,
I can't think of the name.
DC-3,
DC-3, is that it?
Oh, okay.
I think that's it. DC-3.
That's the twin engine. That's they use it. A lot of the paratroopers in Normandy, on D-Day.
That's because you would go up to it on the runway and it has it's like sitting up at that angle. It's proud. Yeah. Those are cool. Those are really cool.
I just watched a series of videos on YouTube about one of the groups that crossed last for the 75th when we were over there in DC-3s for the big parachute jump. So they left the U.S. and they made the hops just like they made back then to get over to the.
They went up the coast and then across in like Iceland or something.
So that was
way up
Greenland.
Greenland.
From Canada to Greenland to Iceland. And
so those were in all the. Those were in all the. What's the Harrison Ford Indiana Jones movies, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking of. Those are such cool, like classic, iconic.
Yeah.
The heyday of airplanes.
Yeah. There's one over in Titusville at the airport there you can get for a ride sometimes.
Oh, that problem.
Red Bear says, if I win the big bucks, I'm going full stage Howard Hughes, become a ramen-powered millionaire monk. And if you know Red Bear, that thought makes you, the thought makes you laugh. It's like, that's exactly what he's gonna do. I totally believe it.
I think I'm gonna start a new food channel. I was having conversations today with Doc at the shop. Doc. You've met Doc before, Hank. And he's a former military and former contractor and all that stuff. And we started talking about MREs and making your own MREs. And
Yeah. Okay. Walter's
Something
froze
freezing up.
there
Now
a
you're
little bit.
back.
A little bit. Flying Rich says, you can't afford the fuel on the Harrier. Especially
No.
with what was the Schwarzenegger movie? True Lies, I think.
Yeah.
True Lies.
Why don't you just go for what's her face's boobs and leave that alone?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee
I'll
Curtis.
take
Yeah.
even current Jamie Lee Curtis boobs. I'm sure it's still still got a little bit.
She's another. She's a weird leftist.
Yeah,
too.
probably.
This would probably be more possible than me driving a tank or anything like that. I would love to be the guy firing the M2 on top of the Sherman, like the guy with the Modus machine gun.
Oh yeah.
That is cool to me.
I think I fired one of those before.
Oh, that's one of those bucket list things for me.
I think I did that. I think I did that at a IV 88 shoot. That they had one of those out there on a truck, on the back of a truck, and you could actually go up and fire it. Because I think Mark has that footage.
Is it just pure? It's just pure power. Just.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, come on. That's probably the pinnacle, right?
Juice says my MREs all say Chef Boyardee on the side.
Red Bear says I can't afford the fuel. I will buy a
fuel tanker then.
Buy a fuel tanker. I could see Red Bear going out Waterworld style. Remember Waterworld?
Yes. Which, by the way, it flopped hard. I kind of like that.
Love that movie. Love that.
I know.
That is a American classic.
Kurt Russell, is it?
No, Waterworld was the bodyguard dude.
Yeah,
what is the bodyguard guy's name? Holy crap!
I'm looking it up.
And he was in Dances with Wolves, and he was in the Mailman.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. That's what it was. Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Man, if we get money, we're gonna be broke so fast it's not even funny.
It's just
all of these things are expensive. The most expensive stuff is what dudes will totally burn all their money on, and I don't know, probably die happy. We'll probably die happy still. Okay, listen, we did 2 hours. We did 2 hours of the show. Somehow that almost never happened. That there was lots of cursing behind the scenes before we went on. Everyone's saying Paul Fat Bastard says Costner, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, smash those thumbs ups out there. Night Train says Kevin Costner. Listen, we should get 100 thumbs up just for me telling the story about my brother being a black goth.
Jesus.
If I remember, I'll go back and make no one's gonna care about that snippet in the gun.
That would be a good snippet. I'm telling you, that'd be a great snippet.
That was the
if you could recreate that coffin scene, that would be something else.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Armory Access gave us $2 and said, "R.I.P. Mr. Guns and Gears pup." Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah,
really?
Guns and Gears. I think he has 2 dogs. Colt was the one that passed away over the weekend. I know. I left condolences on his Facebook because I know I'm a wreck when my dog dies.
Yeah. I didn't know that, man. I'll have to go there and say something to him. I've been incommunicado for the last couple days. Yeah. Man, that sucks. Yeah. I know what that feels like, Mr. Guns and Gear. Yeah, R.I.P. Mike's.
I think it was Colt. He's got two boxers. One was Colt and one was Smith & Wesson or something like that. I think Colt was the one that passed.
Oh.
So, real sad.
Yeah. Was that the white dog?
I think it was, yes.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, he had some cool boxers and stuff like that. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Guns and Gear. That sucks, man. I know what it is to go through that. So, yeah. So, let's see. Let's do this, okay? Let's go around. What's up, Patrick?
Glock was the one, I think. The dog's name was Glock.
It was Glock? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Ruger's the other.
Ruger's the other.
Stanley Walnut. Okay. Yeah, man. That's... Yeah.
Super
R.I.P.
sad.
Yeah, R.I.P. I don't know if there was some other stuff that we missed over the weekend.
I heard about a shooting in a gun shop.
Yeah,
it
killed
was
2 people.
Yeah.
But everybody turned and unloaded on the guy, so I don't think they know why yet. I'm sure we'll find out in time.
Armament and Axis says it was the Brindle that passed, unfortunately. Rebel Sapper says Glock, I think the white one is still going. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. I can just imagine how Mr. Guns and Gear feels about that right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna, when I get a chance here, I'll go and leave my condolences there as well. Oh, you know what I forgot to say last week, and I think we took a couple of days off. John Crump's niece did pass.
Oh
You
no,
know,
God! Why are we bringing up
so
the bad news all at the end?
yeah. Our condolences
Oh
went out to
man,
him
we're
as well.
just going heavy.
Yeah, she's in a better place. All that stuff was painful, and but she passed, and he went to the funeral and all that. Hopefully, we'll see him. We'll be able to get John Crump coming back here on the show and giving us news and stuff like that. But our condolences to his family on that passing. So, um, okay. So, I don't know. Let's try to switch this over here. We'll go to Babyface. Tell the folks, did you post a video today? It's Monday.
Video went up. High Point gave me 2 high points to play with: the 995 carbine and their C9 pistol. I played with both while we were up in North Carolina, and I put the video up on the 995 carbine.
Okay.
That thing's really awesome. And everybody is voting that I need to pick up a Hightower Armory kit for it, so I'm gonna have to go get me one of those. Turn it into a bull puppet. Everybody said bull puppet.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, I would say definitely bull puppet.
Yeah.
Walter's done that. So you got to bull puppet and do some cool stuff. Shout out to the High Point folks, as well as the Barnauls folks out there who support the show.
If you guys want to see
Trump
that,
has COVID.
What?
Jesus.
Where did you see
Mine
that?
says Trump had COVID.
Mine Rich says Crump was live tonight and he has COVID.
Oh no. Okay. All right, listen, my MacBook is about to go to sleep soon for some reason, the battery. I don't know what the hell's going on.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP. Come check it out.
Yes. Okay, Walter, how can the people follow you?
You can check us out on SafeTerraFirearms.com. You can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram on Safe Terra Firearms. Check out Dirtfoot Racing on all those YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And there's StudParts.com. Because when you get your next set of checks from the new administration, you got to come spend some money with me. Let's stimulate the economy, fellas. Go!
Wow, that was awesome. Okay,
that was a good pitch.
Yeah, let me run in the end. We'll be right back for the end here. So here we go. All right, guys, thanks for watching the channel here. Make sure you guys subscribe, smash the thumbs up, ring the bell. We'll rip the audio out of this and throw it up on iTunes and all the other places that you get your audio podcast from. Big thanks to these guys for being patient and tuning in, as well as all of you guys out there. We really appreciate that, as well as to Barnauls for sponsoring the podcast here. Thanks so much. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be more organized and better at this. Until then, we'll see you all. Final words. Walt, hit us with the words of wisdom.
Have a stress-free week, everyone.
Oh boy. Yeah, there you go. We're out of here. Thanks to you guys so much. We'll see you all tomorrow. We're out. Peace.